want to show you how to make a cute snowman painting. So I'm going to take some teal, some sky blue, and white on my mop brush and do back and forth strokes all the way to the bottom of my picture. Kind of started off darker and made it lighter towards the bottom, and then dry it really good for the next step. With my medium round brush in the bottom right-hand side, I'm going to do a larger circle, kind of peeking in there, and then a smaller circle on top. We're just doing the midsection and the head today, and fill both of those in. Now, something about snow is it's never perfectly white, so I usually do some contouring or some shading with some gray around the edges especially, and then blend it in with white. This just makes it look a little bit more three-dimensional anytime you're painting a snowman. He's never perfectly white. Now let's give him a scarf. I want to kind of base him off of my sock snowman craft I did a week ago. So I'm taking my medium round brush now, and I'm taking some dark red and bright red and doing just kind of a banana type shape around the neck. And then I'm pulling out a few lines where the scarf is coming off. I'm going to do 2 of those. They're kind of going off the page. And then with the teal I used for the background, I'm going to make a hat. We're going to do a little beanie hat. I'm going to do kind of a long oval on the top right-hand side of his head. Do kind of a half circle over top of that. And then with a little bit of white, I'm going to add some kind of detail lines, do some little half circles on the top and around the edge, and even give him a little pom-pom at the top. There is an easy beanie hat. Now he needs a nose, so I'm going to do kind of a backwards C on the one side of his head and a point coming out. That's the carrot. Now notice how the orange looks a little dull on the blue, so I'm going to prime it white first, then fill it in with some orange. And then I like to do some shading as well with just a little bit of nutmeg around the edge. You can even do little lines there to make it look like a carrot. There it is. That little half circle is so important. Now let's give him an eye. He's going to be looking off to the left. So I'm doing kind of a black oval there, some white highlights. Don't forget a mouth. I'm using my detail brush for this. 2 buttons in the front. He's looking up and out. Now he wants to have an arm here. He's going to be reaching out towards something. So I'm going to make a branch like I would a tree. Do little tiny limbs coming out there. Let's give him an elbow. Make him a little wider towards the edge. Don't forget some highlights. I'm going to use some white on that. There we go. And I want him to have kind of fingers, so I'm going to take my medium round brush then and do a little sub branch because he's going to be holding a snowflake. Now the easiest snowflake is a plus sign with an X over top of it, and then I do on each of those little lines coming out little tiny lines kind of curved out in V's. I'm going to do V's all the way up each of those little limbs there, and that is a snowflake. He's balancing that on his finger. And then I do simpler versions of that all over around him because it's snowing, the snow is falling down. Remember, it's just a plus sign and then an X over top of that. That's the easiest way you can do a snowflake. I'm going to do them all different sizes, turned all different waves all around. You can make this as detailed or as simple as you want. I even like to go in and do little tiny dots on the outside edge. That makes it a fancy snowflake. I'm going to do that to each of the simpler ones as well. So now I'm going to take my round brush again. Don't forget highlights. I'm just going to do little white streaks. I'm not outlining the scarf exactly, but just kind of accents wherever the sun might be hitting it. Don't forget that on the nose too, on the buttons, and even on the arms. Look how that makes it pop. I love it. And you can't forget splatter snow. I think I'm obsessed with splatter snow. I add it to almost all my winter paintings. Oh, he's so cute. I love it. We'll do other snowman paintings, but this is a good one to start. Have fun.